What's up guys, it's Hegy, and this will probably be the last update on the Ice Crash RT Marauder. I feel like we've got this gear to a really good point, and the only thing I regret not having is a lightning coil, which just seems almost impossible to get on the beta. Anyone who finds one, keeps it for themselves. But let's just go over the gear. The mace is the same since you last saw it. It was a slightly different. It was 437 DPS, but we used, I think, like 3 divines on it, and we got it up to 471. So now with the +2 socketed of melee gems, it's kind of like a 500 DPS mace. It's 5 linked. It still has the same links: hypothermia, weapon Ellie, melee fizz, added fire, and ice crash. Moving on to the helmet. Same helmet since you last saw. It still has Arctic Breath, GMP, casting damage taken, hatred. The gloves did change. We did end up finding these gloves, and then I mastercrafted attack speed, and then we YOLO exalted hybrid armor and stun recovery. But it does a lot. I mean, it gives me a lot of life, flat fizz, strength. The only thing I would change is maybe trade off the strength for chaos res, and trade that armor for either higher armor or mana leech. So losing the mana leech on our previous set of gloves, we had to get it on a ring. This is what we ended up getting. This was from an ALC, just mastercrafted life. Covered the stats, allowed me to spec out of some stat nodes, but we're quite a bit over, but that'll change in the future. The Beast Band Topaz ring, this one was also another Hegy crafted piece of jewelry. Awesome, amazing. Even though it has low life, the strength gives me life too, and melee fizz. That all scales, and we mastercrafted fire resist out of necessity. This was also a Hegy crafted belt. We had 4 really good properties. It started out with life, dual res, and strength, and then we put the Tor mod on it. It goes up to 22% weapon Ellie. Then we YOLO exalted it, hoping that it would get armor, but it got ES instead. Not a bad belt. Unfortunately, the ES does nothing for me because when I run Blood Rage, I never get my ES back, and I have Blood Rage almost all the time. But really sick belt. And these are the old boots that we had, and we just mastercrafted life on it. So all around the same. Arctic armor, increased burn, Herald of Ash, summon Flame Golem, and this chest replaced Tabula Rasa. It's 32 strength, 31 cold, 31 lightning, 64 life, and about 500 armor. This was given to me by a friend who just quit the beta. And it's still linked with the same thing: Warlords Mark, faster attacks, curse on hit, leap slam, fortify, and blood magic. It's the mobility skill that does many things. Gives me lots of defense, and allows me to stun lock and just move at a really nice rate of play. Taste of Fate cost me about 4 exalts on the beta, but it's the huge, and it's one of the more expensive items in this whole setup. But it gives me physical mitigation. It acts like a granite flask, and it also gives me chill and freeze avoidance, and gives me physical damage added as cold, which is kind of like the added fire or hatred aura, which then scales with all my weapon Ellie and elemental nodes. So it's just an amazing all-around flask. Helps me with the reflection, even though it boosts my damage. Still using a granite flask. We have a remove curse and a remove bleed flask with Atziri's promise. So I thought I'd finish this off by doing a high-level map for you guys. This is the highest one that I own. It's an Unholy maze. We have monster variety, 2 additional exiles, rare monsters, and boss damage. So this will, let me talk about my jewels. Almost forgot. Can't forget the jewels. So we're still running Malicious Intent, but we have a really sick jewel that you guys have not seen yet. It's a 6%, 6 all attributes, 5% attack speed that goes up to 6, a 7% attack speed with maces that goes up to 8, and then the attack and cast speed is maxed out at 4. So this potentially can get 2% more attack speed. This is such an amazing jewel. I mean, yes, I would trade the all stats for something else, but I can't complain. And we, since we hit another level, we hit up another jewel. We unspec'd out of this 16% melee fizz node, and now we're using an 11% with strength, which could be YOLO exalted for something else. The attack speed goes to 5 or 6, I think, and the mace attack speed is maxed. But this one could have, or could be improved, but we just haven't. And now let's commence the high level 81 map. Let's see, why can't we start this? There we go. Thank you guys for watching.